and welcome back to my channel. My name's Destiny. I do book things here. I've got coffee and Ollie, who is in her activity thing that we love. We have already had a bottle, so this video should go great until she starts playing with toys. Because they are loud and I apologize, but baby, not much I can do. You are currently in my bedroom. I'm going to turn you just a little bit to try to center myself as much as I can. Yeah, okay, there we go. So you are currently in my bedroom. It is really too cold in the rest of the house for the baby to be in, so we are chilling in the bedroom with tired mom look because that's the aesthetic today. Welcome. Say hi to Salem. So today we're going to discuss my wrap up. And then I'm also filming my TBR. So if you see this face again, that's why. But first, coffee. Whipped cream. Okay. So as far as my wrap up goes, I'm going to start with what I'm still currently reading in the middle of. And then we'll go into what I actually finished this month. So first thing I'm currently in the middle of is House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. I am almost 300 pages through this. I'm at 264. I'm loving it, of course. I have so many thoughts and so many like running hypotheses at this point. And I'm excited to get into it. Right now our main conflict, Bryce and Hunt are trying to stay out of it. Like Hunt's really wanting to stay out of it, and Bryce is like, let's jump in head first. So I'm excited to see where that goes. Next, I'm actually in the middle of 3. Let me say that. So that's the first one. The second one I'm in the middle of is Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. I'm only at chapter 2. So when I make it to page 300 and or the chapter end of 300, I think it's 317. I'm going to put this down and pick this up again. I tend to get really like involved in Sarah J. Maas, so I'm trying to take this a little bit slower. So picking this up in between is helping. So I'm actually enjoying this so far. I don't usually do classics very well, but I'm loving this. And then the last thing I'm currently listening to and hoping to finish today, depending, is Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I am 100 and something pages through this. I'm about 3 hours into the audiobook of this. If you've not heard of this is a mother's daughter goes missing. And 10 years later, she gets a boyfriend. They meet in a cafe. He offers her a bite of his cake. They get to talking. And his daughter is eerily and scarily similar to her lost girl. And that's what she calls her daughter, her lost girl. They think they figured out what happened to Ellie. And Laurel has accepted that and is trying to move on with her life. But then pops in, I'm trying to remember his name, Floyd. Then pops in Floyd, whose daughter Poppy is very eerily like Ellie. So much so that Laurel takes her shopping and dresses Poppy up, and she looks identical to Ellie. And of course it freaks Laura out, and she like immediately goes, oh God, what did I just do? And Poppy's response is, oh, I love the way this looks, thank you. It's weird. The father-daughter relationship is weird. I'm loving it. And I can't wait to see where this goes. So far, it seems a little on the nose. I'm hoping there's a twist in it that I don't see. There she goes playing with toys. That has to be your favorite, huh? So right now, it seems a little bit on the nose for me, but we will see. I may be wrong. There's just hints dropped that you're getting as a reader, but Laurel doesn't have. But honestly, I'm enjoying it. Right now, it's like a 3-star read, so nothing to send my nose at. So, I've only finished 2 books this month, which is kind of on par for my life recently, especially with a little one who's learning to get places. The first book I finished was, if the cover will stay on it. Just As I Am by Eli Harris. So this is the second one in the Invisible Life trilogy. I have talked about the Invisible Life for a long time on here. In tandem. Or not in tandem. What is it? There's a T word that means a whole bunch. I can't think of what it is. Anyways, so this trilogy revolves around Raymond and Nicole, who Raymond has been trying to figure out his sexuality for a really long time, and decides to stop running from it and just own that he is a bisexual man. And it kind of goes from there. He does end up meeting Nicole, and they fall in love, and Raymond tells her about his about him sleeping with men as well. And Nicole, worried about AIDS, because this is written in the 90s, or takes place in the 90s. She and Raymond end up breaking up, and so this is the continuation of that. This discusses sexuality and AIDS and all of that really, really well. It also discussed race, which I thought was interesting. I didn't notice it in the first one, but I did notice it in this one. This was a 5-star read. Honestly, I love these. The first one was more of a love triangle. This one has less of that vibe. This one we follow Raymond and Nicole in their lives, and it just kind of gives us a peek into both of them, and I absolutely love it. And Nicole's learning a lot when it comes to allyship and how to deal with the people around her being part of the LGBT community, and loving again after being lied to in a relationship. So it's really, really good. That's really all I have to say about it. I don't want to go into spoilers, but I really did enjoy this. The last book I finished this month was the first book I finished this month was Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. This is the second one in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. I honestly love this series, and I can't wait for the next one. This one I gave 4 stars. I just kind of in the middle, I got really bored. I almost DNF'd. I'm not even gonna lie, I almost DNF'd it, but I'm really happy I didn't, and I want to go on to the next one. In this one, I will say we saw Karou become more independent and more on her own and stand up for herself, and I loved that. There's a lot of political intrigue in this, I believe, or from my point of view, there's a lot of political intrigue. And in the first one, it was more of a love story and a romance between the two. This one's more of a fantasy with love kind of as on the back burner for it. So I really did enjoy this. Again, I gave it 4 stars. But these 2 are the only books I finished this month, and I'm okay with that. It's actually a pretty solid reading month, with this one being, I believe, over 400 pages. Yes, this one was just a little over 510, and then this one was 4. So not a bad reading month at all. I'm sorry if you hear the baby. She is enjoying her life down here. But this is what I finished, and yeah. Stay tuned. My March TBR will be coming out next, and that one I'm really excited for. I'm hoping to read more. You'll see why in that video, but I hope you'll have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on my next one.